Say record.
Yeah, it will.
Yeah. So we have to manually put the mover onto the wheel using a spanner. Put the spanner as low down as you possibly can. Extend it so it's pointing away from the wheel. See, if I hadn't got it as low as I could, that would have been smacking me my fist on the floor. Right, that is now put both sides on. So the mover is on this wheel, the mover is on the other wheel.
Oh, so it doesn't,
you can do that from both sides.
Right, yeah,
so you can do either side. I'm leaving that spanner on there now because we're going to use this caravan, mover even, to put the caravan on the back. Or say we did do that. It's there to remind me to take it off before I start driving down the road.
Right.
You start driving down the road with the mover still attached, it's going to damage the gearbox of the mover and the tyres.
Right.
So the spanner's there as a reminder for me
to
take that off. So when you after you connect it to your car, you do a circuit of the van, make sure things are secure. Obviously that would be a trigger to say, oh, hang on, we want to do that. Right, so once the mover is on to the onto the wheel, we can take the handbrake off because that is holding it in position then. So it's operating like a brake as such on there. So we can take the handbrake off. We also got to make sure that is clear there as well. You see there's a little groove in that there. That's the travel position. That sits up there and locks in.
Right.
Stop it spinning around. So obviously if you haven't wound it up enough to clear that, that jockey wheel does not steer it but just follows it.
Right.
And if it's not following it, it's dragging. So you'd be dragging it sideways. Okay? Next thing we need to do is power up the mover. So we've got a key, if you come this side.
Oh, crikey.
So we've got a key point which is just below where the electric was plugged in. So there's only one way this key will go in. Put it in, turn it, you'll feel a clunk. Then handset, to switch the handset on, press both green buttons at the same time. You'll see a green light, take your fingers off. Then what we've got on the handset is a basic caravan shape. Pointy end,
Yeah.
forward.
Woo.
So as soon as you take your finger off, it stops. Ooh, dog wandering past then. So what we've got is forward, backwards, turning. So this one operates this side mover. It actually turns the nose that way. This one that way. Okay, and you can also turn and drive forward or backwards at the same time. Right. If you press opposite corners, it will obviously move that mover that way, and it will more spin on its axis. Okay. The good thing about this, you can manoeuvre around the van. So if you're getting close to something, you can take your handset with you and have a look how close am I, and then. But it's also got, if you have a look on the orange button, that does nothing on this one. That's to do with the auto function. If you had the auto one, obviously we've got the manual one, and we've got speed settings on there as well. It defaults to fast forward. When you switch it on, the handset, it goes to fast forward. That is that.
That's
right?
as fast as it goes.
Yeah, you can go slower, but you will find that you will probably never change it from the fast forward position, because as soon you can see how close, how accurate it is. You can move it fractions forward. Right? Obviously you don't want to go in flat out, but it's not that fast. It's only walking pace. Right, so imagine now we've actually used the mover to get onto the pitch. First things first, handbrake on, then you take the mover off. Don't try and do it the other way. If you're on a slope, you take the mover off and it starts rolling downhill. Trying to stop a ton of caravan is not a good idea really if you're not at the right end.
Is it like a squeezy handle or you just push?
No, just push. Just push down, lift up. Easy as that. Yeah, just watch your fingers on that. If you haven't got hold of it when it comes up, and it just clicks your fingers. It's a bit of a stinger on, especially the cold day. Okay, so handbrake on, mover off, switch the handset off if it hasn't switched itself off already. So you just press one green button, switches it off. After a non-use of about a minute, it'll switch itself off. Okay.
Okay.
Then key out. Don't leave the key in. Take the key out. Put them in a safe place. Do not put it there. Or on the car roof, or on the bumper, because you can just if you start driving off with that there,
you lost it.
You've lost it, and they're not cheap to replace. So make sure you put that in a good place. I tend to have it close to the door, because the first thing when I get inside, probably that's what I'm going to use.
Yeah.
Inside the door. Then when you're taking the mover off, it is spring loaded. Okay, so when I put it on, it went clonk, it stayed on. If it didn't, it would come flying back because it's spring loaded. Spring loaded. Right, so where was it there? So once I get past this point, it's going to go. So I'll keep hold of it. See that when it gets to that point, it really wants to go.
Yeah.
So it will pull itself away from the wheel. Then you can take that away. I'll just put them inside there. What I need to do now, so if you want to have a play with the mirrors, I'm just going to run and get some,
Turn this off.
some sandpaper or better sandpaper.